Hi, recently we've been looking at what God is really like, and we're going to do that again today. I'm going to read this story. Maybe God is like that too. It's about a little boy, there he is, and he lives in a big city, quite different from us living in Felsted, but God is there too. Right. Let me see. It says, I live in the city where the buildings and buses are packed with people. But I've never seen God before. Grandma, does God live in the city? I asked one morning at breakfast. Yes, God is here, she says. We just need to know where to look. Wherever you see love, joy and peace, God is there, she says, stirring her tea. Wherever there's patience, kindness and goodness, God is there too. When you see faithfulness, gentleness and self-control, that's God's Spirit at work. So on the way to school, I'm on the lookout. Grandma and I laugh when we see a tiny dog wearing a fluffy purple sweater. At school, Grandma hands me my lunch and hugs me close before she says goodbye. That's what love looks like to me. Maybe God is like that too. On the swings, I pump so hard I can see over the wall into the alley. My friends shout, higher, higher, as my feet fly away up into the sky. That's what joy looks like to me. Maybe God is like that too. Outside, car horns blast and sirens scream. But my classroom is quiet and calm. That's what peace looks like to me. Maybe God is like that too. I try to tie my shoes, but the laces get tangled around my fingers. My teacher sits down beside me and shows me how to tie them. That's what patient looks like, I think. Maybe God is like that too. On the way home, I see a doorman at a hotel wearing a red cape and a hat with a shiny brim. He's holding the door open for a man using a wheelchair. The man moves very slowly, and the doorman chats with him and smiles. That's what kindness looks like to me. Maybe God is like that too. While I'm setting the table for dinner, there's a knock at the door. It's our neighbour from downstairs, bringing us a loaf of bread. It's golden brown and warm and wrapped in a thin white towel. That's what goodness looks like to me. Is God like that too? After dinner, I work on my homework while Grandma stands at the kitchen sink washing dishes and humming to herself, just as she does every single night. That's what faithfulness looks like to me. Maybe God is like that too. At bedtime, Grandma sits at the edge of my bed, singing me a lullaby and stroking my head. She tucks my blankets up close around me. That's what gentleness looks like to me. Maybe God is like that too. I lie in bed, watching the curtains flutter. I want to talk about the dog we saw today and how high I can swing, but Grandma says that once I'm tucked in, I have to stay in bed until morning time. I close my eyes and try to fall asleep. That's what self-control looks like to me. Maybe God is like that too. So I saw God over and over again today. Whenever I saw love and joy and peace, and whenever there was patience, kindness and goodness. When I saw faithfulness, gentleness and self-control, I saw God's Spirit at work. You see, I don't see God the way I see my friends or the street lights or by the river, but I see signs of God's Spirit all around me, right here in the city. I know what God is like. Maybe I can be like that too. There's a verse in the Bible that says, "The fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control." And we can see those things all around us too, if we look.